got some good intel out of Texas over the past couple of days. My stance on them, with all these receivers and tight ends they had to replace, has been trust but verify. I trust that they got a lot of talent there, but I also trust that they lost a lot. And so a lot of times when you just think you're going to plug and play in this game, it doesn't work that way, especially when you're losing a whole bunch of guys who ended up being really good draft picks. So at Texas, got no doubt, they added good players, but I need to see it pan out. Okay? Well, that's me not being at practice. Then you talk to people who have seen practice, and the returns that we're getting are very, very, very positive. They're insanely deep at receiver. They have not very much concern about the depth, and another word there is versatility, because a lot of these guys are interchangeable. And if that's the case, we'll see it really, really early. They're loaded, really good vibe at receiver. So I have my concerns kind of alleviated on that front. Silas Bolden was a kid they got from Oregon State, 5'8", 160. They can move him all over the place. And the common feedback, again, is not just, oh, we got Isaiah Bond or we got Nye Black at tight end or we got Silas Bolden. It's not just that we got these guys. It's we've got these guys, and many of them are interchangeable. Many of them we can move around, and one can do what the other can do and vice versa. So that's an ideal situation for a Steve Sarkisian offense, or really any offense. So that's one emphatic piece of feedback that I've gotten. The second one is something we hear a lot this time of year. Quinn Ewers has taken on the added leadership role, which goes in one ear and out the other, because, again, you hear that a lot. When's the last time I ever came on this show and I said, I'm hearing that University X's quarterback has really neglected the leadership role? No one ever says that in August. I don't even hear that in August off the record. Actually, we do sometimes, but it's very rare. So Quinn Ewers, it's important if he's done that. It's very important, because if you're looking at the intangibles, we had Craig Bowl. I sat down on a panel with him, former head coach at North Dakota State and Wyoming, and he was talking about Josh Allen and how he had Josh Allen once upon a time, and he's raw. He's got the physical tools, but he's raw. And he talked about how you bridge the gap from just having the physical tools to having the intangibles. And he talked about how it's a lot more art than science. It's not an apples-to-apples comparison, but that's kind of what you're trying to do with Quinn Ewers in Austin. Now, Anthony Hill, Jr., don't have much doubt about him. The only doubt about him is how good is he going to be this year. They are working him a lot at middle linebacker, and he was second on that team in tackles last year as a situational edge rusher. So 6'3", 235, moving him inside a little bit more. It reeks of the kind of headline we were talking about with Harold Perkins, except I expect much better returns this year from Hill than I did last year with Perkins. And you probably don't lose a ton at edge when you do this with him. Trey Moore transferred in, again, from UTSA, big-time addition because it allows you to do stuff like this. Ethan Burke's there, Barron Sorrell's there. So stack talent. When you stack talent, that's when you can do things like Bama's done in the past, like Georgia's done in the past, where you lose a lot of players, but then magically we turn on their game in week 1 or 2 or 3 and you say, it looks the same. Different numbers on the backs of these jerseys, but the product looks the same. Texas is not there yet. Texas has not achieved that level of blind trust that they'll just seamlessly reload, but this is how you get to that kind of place.